So when you're not down in the studio writing and mixing and recording music, you can come up here on the roof, and it's kind of a cool view overlooking Santa Monica, and we're right here next to downtown, so it's pretty nice.
You know, my bigger goal is there's an unattractive trend in the industry to be much more aware of cost as opposed to quality of music, and there's been I've noticed a bit of an acceptance of lower quality music in the marketplace just because it costs less to use in trailers and TV spots. And the overall goal for me is to keep the quality of our productions at the highest level. I mean, we really pride ourselves on the fact that we could put up our music against any soundtrack, against any pop record. You know, that's what we strive for, and that's what, you know, our facility has here is like state-of-the-art stuff, and we employ, you know, the best engineers and you know, outstanding composing talent. My overall goal is to really raise the bar, as we've done in the trailer world, to take that out into other areas. You know, I cannot dictate terms, you know, but what I can do is just keep the quality as high as possible and keep improving there as well all the time, and hopefully impart that sensibility to people who use music in their media. Beyond that, on an artistic level, is what I said before about the live concerts, to really expose this kind of music, and not just ours too, I'm talking about our colleagues' music as well in the trailer industry, as a legitimate art form. So I'm hoping to do that. I mean, it's a big dream, and I'm a tiny little guy, and you know, on a speck of dust yelling out, but that fulfills my musical ambition, and hopefully I can impart that to a couple of dozen people on the way. You know, that's all I can hope for.
All right, so as far as what we use to compose music, in the kind of digital age that we're sitting in, we have a lot of what they call virtual instruments, and what these virtual instruments are, they're sampled instruments, and basically everything that it took a whole room of synthesizers to do, say 30 years ago, we have now condensed into one computer, and we're able to access it all at the same speed type thing, so you don't have to go around plugging things in for 30 minutes. You could have a timpani, and then you could have an electronic groove, and then you could have, you know, a Chinese harp or something, all instantly, which makes the creative process extremely fluid and extremely powerful. It could be on one computer, and it's awesome because you'll finish a mix, and she'll, you know, Emily, will have to get it to a client, so she's like, all right, get that to my desktop, and in one click, without even standing up from my computer, I have it on her desktop ready to go, you know, and that kind of technology is irreplaceable for doing business quickly, which is what we do at Immediate Music. My office is a sound design. This is probably not even worth putting in the final cut of the movie, but it's all a bunch of old synthesizers, which is kind of cool because a lot of these are extinct nowadays, but we use them to make just, I guess the best way to describe it in simple terms is weird noises that we use as sound design. So when you hear a in a scary movie, someone had to make that at some point, and yeah, exactly. It's all of us kind of collectively, and I am lucky enough to get to have them all with me all the time. So yeah, another cool thing, this is just one of Immediate Music, the way the studio is wired, everything is tieable into the studio. So literally this entire place is a recording studio. Like when we just did a 5-piece band here, I had 2 guitarists out here, a drummer in the ISO booth, the bass player and the keyboard player in the control room with me. So I have this whole building dedicated to the band, which is kind of cool. Kind of like just like little weird things about Immediate Music. All the artwork here is Yo's parents. Yo's dad does all the painting, and Yo's mom does all like the kind of sculpture palm work. And so yeah, they're both, it's a very, very talented family, as you could tell, kind of all the way around. So as you look around, all the paintings are Heimgorn. It's Yo's dad's name, yeah. Which is kind of cool.
Any other comments you want to add, or send it to your fans, or?
I would say you've got, you know, good musical taste, and go with your heart when you're listening to music, because that's, you know, it's an intangible, emotional factor in your life. I know for me, music is, you know, you really can't say what music does to you. You can't really put it into words, but music is so important to so many people, and at different levels. You know, there's people who are so into music that it and I hear this from fans of ours that, regarding Globus and Immediate, Trailerhead, it's so heartwarming to me because I feel this way about music too, that it can literally, it can change your life, the feeling that you get when you're listening to a piece of music that you connect with is, you can't really explain that, and it makes you a more fulfilled person, it opens up new worlds for you emotionally, which, again, you can't really put that into words, but it's, so I appreciate all the responses that we get back, about how our music affects people, and to me that's the most important thing. I don't really care about the number of CDs that we sell or anything like that. For me, it's when I'm creating something, if I can impart or transfer that feeling that was born out of the creation onto the listener's end, then to me that is infinitely rewarding, and makes me want to get up the next day and do it again. So that's I think that's all we all strive to do, is we're looking for happiness, and it makes me real happy. So I'm appreciative of all the support and people waiting and writing in, and when's the next one coming out and all that. There will be more public CDs commercial CDs that we'll put out. But it's a process. These things take time to put together. It's not it's not a hip hop record where you're laying down some beats and rapping over it. So it's like I said. It's, to me, it's real. It's a real connection to the soul. So sometimes these things take time, but there will be more. And I look forward to be able to do that for quite a while.